the Carolina Queens channel. For those who new, you know, welcome to the channel, and to those who are coming by to share with us, we thank you. Um, I am NC Duchess,
I am Regina King.
Hello, my name is Toya.
and we come today from North End Park again. And we just wanted to share a little topic with you today that we have been talking about amongst ourselves, and we want to share it with you. We want to hear your thoughts on it. And please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please leave it in a comment. And if you have some topics you would like to hear us talk about, leave it in the comments. Okay, what we have been talking about lately is working in toxic environments.
Question. Would you leave or continue on to work in a toxic environment if you didn't have anything lined up? Throw it, Regina.
Yes, I would. About this conversation, I feel like this might sound backwards, but back when I was younger, I was taught to go to a job, work, and whatever goes on around you, you just keep on pushing or whatever, because that's a good thing to be instilled in you. But I had experience as I have got older. I worked at a job for 18 years and they shut down. I had some good times at the job, right along with some bad times, but I met a lot of beautiful people. I learned a lot of things, a lot of skills. And I was blessed because the job was a blessing. I made pretty good money, good benefits and all. So when I got laid off from that job and they shut it down, I had to come out and do something different. So I decided to go back to school, which I went for medical administration, finna graduate May 10. Woohoo! But anyway, so going on with the story of how my life have went after that. Later on in life, I end up getting a job at another company. And during this time when I went to that job, it was just like I went in there and I got the job, and I got the job so quick. And I said, Lord, this is a blessing, which I knew it was a blessing at the time. But when I got in there, I met some good people, but I also, there was a lot of toxic things going on in that job. And I'm like, wow, it just amazed me for the type of job it was. I didn't work with so many people, which, I took to some of the people that was really, really nice. Everybody was pretty pleasant. But there were things that I saw within that job that was being done, and they had been done for years, and it was like everybody was shutting it out like, okay, this is the way this is the way this person is, it is what it is. And my opinion was a lot different.
What were some of the things the person was doing?
The person was doing things like being rude to the customers. And I was like, how's that person here all these years and still doing the same thing? Which I can't remember how many years the person had been there, but they had been there at least, I'm going to say, at least if not a year, close to a year. So me saying all them years, I might be, pushing a little too far. But anyway, but I was the one that stood out, and I was the one like, no, this is not right. How's this person working like this and have not been pulled to the side by higher authority to let this person know this is not what you're going to do in here? And so as time went on, I worked there, and like I said, I enjoyed the people. I met some good people. I've learned some things while I was there. But at the same time, I had different opinions when it came to you being rude to a customer. Even though a customer, when you're dealing with the public, yeah, it can be a little stressful, because you have people that come in there and the type of job that I was working, and they would take it out on you when they was mad. But all I can say about that, you just pray about it and keep it moving. But that does not, when you're running a company, you cannot just lash out and just be rude to people, because without the customers, you wouldn't have that business. So, I mean, and I'm not saying that you got to, there's just a way of doing things. And I feel like as a company, you working together, everybody's supposed to work as a team. One don't supposed to be worrying about what the other one doing. Everybody should work as a team, because at the end of the day, if that place shut down tomorrow, everybody will lose their job. It's not like one person is going to lose their job. Everybody's going to lose their job. So that's the way I just think about things. And then,
And you left the job.
And then I end up basically, eventually, I did a thing stepping out on faith. Cause I've never in my life left a job. Never in my life. I've always just put up with things and moved on, because you got to think about it too. You just up and leaving a job. Okay, for every time we worked somewhere, if we just left when people made us upset or did something that we didn't want them to do, or we felt like was unfair, we probably wouldn't have a job. So I had to talk to the Lord about it. And during the time too, it was kind of interfering with my schooling too, because the way I work, which I accepted the job, and I thank God for the job and the people that gave me the job and gave me the opportunity to work there. And I knew the hours, but I was thinking, okay, maybe it won't be that bad. But it started to be where it was like consuming all my time.
It affected you mentally.
So it affected me mentally, because I was like, wow, I'm really not happy here. It's interfering with my schooling, which I want to complete. So I just had a talk with the Lord, and I said, Lord, I ain't never in my life stepped down on faith, but I'm finna walk away. But I can say when I walked away, I didn't feel as if I did the wrong thing. So, like I said, my opinion is, sometimes you just have to walk away. God has a plan for you. So, I'm gonna turn it to somebody else.
I believe with my experience, I stayed on the job for at least like 9 years. There was a lot of backstabbing, discrimination, that, a lot of people seen, but didn't want to speak up. But the thing is, would you leave or would you stay if you didn't have anything lined up? What I had lined up, which I talked about it before, is I always save money. Now, would I have left if I didn't have money saved up? I don't know. But one of the things I did, one of the things I made sure when I first started that job was to put money away. And that's what I did. I left. It wasn't just because about the toxicity of the job. It's because I had a sick relative I was taking care of also. But I do not know. I do not know if I would have just left if I didn't have anything lined up. Most likely, I probably would have stayed and put in an application somewhere else, and then left when I got an interview or got another job. But one of the things that helped me out was saving. I always been a person that saved money, and like I said, that's a difference. I know Regina talked about faith. Because my faith, I'm gonna be honest, it's a little shaky. Now, would I have stepped down if I didn't have money and relied on faith? I'm gonna be honest with you, no. I'm just gonna be honest with people.
Tell the truth.
But I did forget to say too. I do have money saved up. I saved in, a little money.
Yeah, but like I said, it's different if you don't have anything said. I know me and Duchess were talking about it one time before about the age. She's probably gonna talk about this a little bit more. When you're younger, you're quicker to leave. Then when you get a little older, you have kids, you have bills, you have more responsibility. But like I said, my job it's like I started seeing the discrimination, the backstabbing. But like I said, I did stay. I stayed for 9 years until I couldn't take it anymore. Like I said, I had a sick relative I ended up taking care of. But it's good to have something. Let me say this. When you go into a job, you're not sure how long you're going to stay at that job.
That's the truth.
At least do a 401k or a Roth IRA or something, or
Yeah.
put money aside
Yeah.
just for you to
Bring it
have.
out.
You know, I'm not telling you. You know, if you leave before before a certain age, you know they're gonna tax you anyway.
Mhm.
But at least you
But
will
it's your
have.
money.
But at least you will have something like where you can roll it over, or you could just get your money out. But like I said, they're gonna tax you.
Mhm.
But like I said,
Or there's different accounts that you can put it
in.
in your bank that you still are able to touch your money when
Yeah.
you need it.
But like I said, the thing is, you have to, you know, to me, I always been that person that plans.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be at that job for as long as I did. But like I said, I thank God that I did have enough sense of like, okay, I'm gonna put some money away where I can have just in case something come up. Because like I was working at a job, my college degrees did not go with the job, and I in the back of my mind, I said I wanted to do the job that my degrees were in, but a lot of people wasn't hiring. But like I said, I went on and stayed at that job. But like I said, if you're gonna leave, if you're planning on leaving,
Have a plan.
have a plan.
Yeah.
Or step out there on faith.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
you got some rich relatives, rich hubs, somebody
Yeah.
that will back you up, or sugar daddy, something that will back you up. Because like I said,
Sugar daddy, sugar mama for the men.
yeah,
You
like
know,
I said,
hey.
now how prices are these days compared to when I left. You know,
Yeah.
inflation that done took over. You know, they charge an extra $300 per month per family.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to with me, I'm talking about me personally.
Mhm.
You know, I believe in having a plan.
Mhm.
You know, and like I said, one of the things I let Duchess touch on this, and then like I said, I swing back around and just talk about the effects of what working in a toxic environment have on you. Go ahead.
Well, when she asked the question about would you leave a toxic environment if you didn't have anything as backup or plan or whatnot, when I was younger, my motto was I can walk out the same door I walked in. It's when you start eating the food, you know. And but where I'm at now, like I say, I'm 60 now, and ageism is real out here. Once you hit a certain age, I would say, probably when you in your 40s, depending on your skill sets, it would be very difficult for you to find something either in your field or a decent paying job that's worth your experience and your skill sets or your transferable skills, because a lot of employers are looking for younger people with not that much experience that they don't have to pay for that experience.
And they happy with a little bit
You
of
know,
money.
right? And they said, well, the person just thrilled and excited to get the position. You know, they're not. Some of them don't even check to see what did they actually pay for that that particular job. So they know that they can kind of manipulate that person, and they don't have to pay like if they were going to get someone with age, because they know we know better, and we're not going to sell, you know, less than what we are worth. You know, if we can help it, you know. But now, right now, where I'm at, would I leave? I don't think so. I would have to pray and trust God to work it out or deliver me, because some gonna have to go. Moses gonna have to come and find me and deliver me out now, or some players gonna have to come and take care of the problem that's where I'm at. But in all honesty, you really don't know what you're gonna do until you're really in that position.
Yes,
to be
I
honest,
agree.
okay.
Yeah.
So I can't really say, but where I'm thinking it from where I'm at right now, I wouldn't go anywhere. Because one thing about me, I'm one honorary, stubborn individual, and no devil ain't gonna take my blessing from me that easy. I go down fighting for what I believe God blessed me with, and you're not gonna just run me out. Now I might get aggravated and I might get frustrated, and I feel if it comes to the point that I might have to have a conversation with whoever's calling me some issues, that will happen too, because that's who I am. But until then, you're not gonna run me from where I'm at until I know I have something lined up that's better than where I'm already at if I need to go. But I don't think I would just walk away. I don't think I can at my age. But like I said, if I was younger, yes. And as she said, as both the queens have mentioned about walking on faith, now that's the difference. Now my faith is strong because I have been through a lot, and not raining on what Toya said about where she is in her faith, because her walking life is different from what my walking life has been. So if God And if I knew it was God saying, go ahead and do thus and so, I would do it, because, see, God ain't going to fail you. If he said he going to do this, that's what he's going to do. So I don't have no doubt on what God would do in my faith. But I ain't heard nothing yet about walking that way. And until I do know for sure, I stay right where I'm at. Now, let's get back to some toxic things on certain work environments. I'm going to just touch on that right quick, too, just a little bit. I have worked on some jobs where you got your cliques, okay? You got certain cliques where you got some of the worst workers in the cliques. Not always, but some cliques, you know. They come late, they're always coming late, leaving early, or they always can get the best vacation time. I'm not saying all that's toxic, but you can see a lot of unfair stuff that makes it unbearable for the good workers sometimes. When you are rewarding bad workers, and you unappreciate your good workers, you're going to cause them to want to flee. They don't feel like they might be in a toxic environment because you're not appreciating me. And I'm going to tell you something we can't stand. Good, loyal, faithful workers cannot stand. We're here working for a certain amount. You'll bring somebody in new that has to be trained, that don't know half of what I know, and you'll pay them surpass what you're paying me. That ain't right. That ain't right. But you got people who would do that. You got some employers who would do that to you. And then, like I said, you would reward them sorry people. And we looking at, first of all, we can't believe it's still there. First of all, how you get high? You don't know your left foot from your right foot. And you working here?
That's one of the things that happened on our job. You know, a person came in with less experience, but, you know, they offer more money. And things like that is what turned loyal workers into bitter workers.
Quick.
And
with a quickness.
Yeah.
I was at this one job where it seemed like the top guy, the CEO, he seemed like he was singling me out for some reason. Because let me tell you something, nice people, and I consider myself nice until I don't have to be nice anymore. I mean, your attitude dictates what you get from me. So, you know, but I always try to be nice and treat people with respect the way I would like to be treated. So I had never done nothing to this person, so I couldn't understand why I felt like he was singling me out to try to embarrass me, to try to loud talk me in front of other clients or family members, and they would look at me because they were shocked how he was talking to me. Like, for instance, I was in this office and there was two other women in the office and they were talking. I was working, but I had a breakfast biscuit, okay? And everybody eating in the office, but for some reason this particular day, he had a problem with me eating in my office. So the two women was talking. He bypassed them, looked at me and asked me why I wasn't working. What you mean? I am working, but you're eating your breakfast. I said, but everybody eat in their office. But you should have ate yours before you got here. What? And then you're talking. I said, excuse me, when you walked up, who did you see talking? The other two ladies, he said, they were like invisible. And so, and the look on their face, the way he was talking to me. And so that was just one incident. I said, okay, that's strike one. You get 3 with me. As I get older, the strikes start diminishing, you know, because, you know. But at this particular time, I gave him 3 strikes. The second time, this man had the audacity to come to me and ask me to sign another person's name on a document. And he made me feel like I was going to lose my job if I didn't do it. And I went on and did it. And I wrote down everything. And I took a picture of it. And I said, if it ever come back, I have my notes. And that's something y'all always remember. No matter what job you're on, write your notes. Keep documentation of everything that's happened, that's said. You would thank me later for that. So anyway, I went to him later because it disturbed my spirit. I said, I am not wearing an orange jumpsuit for nobody. Okay? I'm not doing it. I don't look good in jumpsuits yet. But, so I went to his office. I went to his office. I said, we have to have a conversation. I said, I don't feel right. I said, this is burning my spirit right here. I said, this can't happen again. This will not happen again. I said, because I went on and we finished having the conversation, but the point I'm making is he would do things like that and made me feel like this was a horrible place to work. It was to the point, it was messing with my psyche, because when I knew I had to come to work, I would literally and physically get sick. I would get a headache, I'd get nauseated, I'd have irritable bowels. I mean, you name it. I couldn't rest at night. I started losing hair. I mean, it was stressing me out. So this is toxic. So I didn't have anything lined up, and I couldn't leave. I started praying. I said, Father, you're going to have to help me. You're going to either have to fix him, change me. You're going to have to do something, because I don't think I can continue to stay here. I said, I'm going to lose my grip. My slip was showing. That means I was having some stressful times going on when I say slip is showing. So I said, Father, something's got to give, because I can't continue to stay here. And other people who was working there had issues too. But what had happened, I had been putting in the application at this particular job where I work with Toya at right now. I had been putting in the application in that place for 13 years. And you would think after the first couple of years I would have stopped, but I didn't. But what happened was, here's where God was speaking. I was done. I said, that's it. I got the last rejection letter. I had put in the application. I said, that's it. I'm done. And I heard in my spirit, one more time. And I obeyed. And that's how I ended up transitioning out of that toxic situation. But let me tell you one thing that happened before I left the job. I was praying on the situation about it. And next thing I know, this man started changing how he treated me. And the last day I was there, he stood in the hallway and watched me and one of my coworkers walk out, and I never thought I would hear what I heard. He said, I'm going to stand here and watch you ladies walk out for the last time. He said, and I never thought this person cared or liked me in a way from the way he treated me at times. But God and the word of prayer can change things. I didn't need to go on too long, but that was my story. That was my experience.
Yes.
But I trusted and I waited on God.
Yes.
Because if you walk out there and you ain't sure, and God didn't tell you to do it, you got some mess on your hands, and that's just the truth. But if you go and God told you to go, He's the one that opened the door, because He opened that door for me to step out, because He said your time here is done. And I'm gonna say one more thing, I'm done. Sometimes when you at a place and you're working, this may be for somebody out there. You're at a place and you feel disgusted and you had enough and all this kind of stuff. Maybe God is keeping you there for a reason, because every time you go somewhere, it's an assignment. If He put you there, He put you there for a reason. And you're not leaving that place until you finish your assignment. When you finish that assignment, He'll open the door and send you on to your next assignment. And I believe that, because that has happened to me many times. And that's my experience. I'm gonna turn it back over to the queens.
Oh, I want to speak on something she just said. It makes a lot of sense what she just said about you having an assignment, like when you go somewhere, and you got to go through. You really actually probably made it better for the next person that was coming along, because you prayed and the Lord changed him, his attitude toward things. And I have no doubt that you changed it for the next person that came along. That's basically all I wanted to say.
And one of the things we talked about this before, about what you touched on a while ago. When you're working in a toxic environment, it drains you mentally and physically. Like you said, hair loss, you can't sleep. I know at my job, it was like every day, as I said, when my feet touched the carpet, I did a prayer. Getting dressed, I did a prayer at the job, about making it better or me leaving. And like I said, it made me, it made me to the point where I was ill with the people. I was just ill with management. I was ill with my job. I was ill with myself. And that's what that toxic environment will do for you. You could come in, you could be the happiest person, but when that environment turns toxic, it'll start showing on you, on your face, your body. You might start eating more. You might start losing weight. It varies.
That's true.
It varies per person. But like I said, I know for myself, it got to the point where I was just I was just in with everybody. And like I said, people that was nice to me, I turned on them. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a shame that a job will make you do that. And like I said, I'm glad that I'll say this too. This is one of the things we talked about too. It's good to have people that you can lean on when you're in a toxic environment that you can lean on. If the job is stressful, toxic, at my previous job, I had some people that I can lean on, I can talk to, that I can keep you with, joke with, you know. At the job now,
in the previous job that
you know,
I had there. Yeah.
me and D, you see us in each other's office. we talk. You know, me and Regina, we on the phone talking. You know, it's good to have friends or family or somebody you can call on that you can just release that pressure.
That's true.
You know, it helps.
You
It
gotta
helps.
release it.
Yeah, because if you let it eat you up inside, this thing, you know, you probably see that with cancer and everything else. But like I said, or hair loss. But like I said, if you're in a toxic environment, like I said, for myself, I believe in preparing, you know, and putting stuff in place. So when I do leave, I know I have something I can fall on. You know, I can lean back on. So
Yeah.
I agree.
yeah.
Oh, and I want to say at that job I was talking about with the toxic stuff, there was some good people. I had some good friends there, and they were very supportive. And we still talk today. I love you guys, and you're in my prayers because I left you behind.
And I want to say the job that I had left, where I stepped out on faith and basically, and some money too, you know, but I stepped out on faith basically and walked away. No longer than I was there. I met some real good people too, and I do go back from time to time to visit them people. And I really took to one of the young ladies that was there. She was younger than me, like in her 20s, but you know, she helped get me through some days too, whether she knew it or not, and I helped her get through some days.
Share your toxic experience with us. Put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. We would like to hear.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
because
some of the
everybody
things
got
that's
all
going on
different
out there.
opinions.
Everybody
on
got,
this topic.
you know,
Yeah.
like we said, everybody's toxic environment is different. You know, you can go out there on faith. Some people just jump and leave. You probably be depending on your age. If you want to leave or stay, it just varies.
Yeah.
So, you want to wrap it up, Queen? Anything else you want to add, Miss Regina?
No, not at the time.
Okay.
I'm good.
Want to wrap it on up?
We thank you for joining us today, and we want you to be safe out there and keep your hope that things are going to get better, because it will get better.
Yeah.
And let's be kind to one another, and come on back and listen and talk with us and leave your comments with us again. We are the Carolina Queens, and we're coming at you from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Please like and share our videos, and subscribe to us too. And
It's free.
It is free.
Free.
It's
It's
not
free.
these days, but that's free.
Yeah.
We would appreciate it. We thank you so much for your time and for liking our videos and subscribing. You know you're fat when you don't swing straight. when you go when you swing diagonal, you're fat. That lets you know that this ain't for you. But I want to swing, so I'm swinging. I'm sensitive. If I want to swing, I'm gonna swing.
Girl.
And the biscuit. That's what stood out.
You
Was
with
that
the
biscuit.
biscuit.
He just wanted some of my biscuit. That's all that was.
What kind of biscuit was it?
I think it was a ham biscuit.
Oh,
You know, I
he
love
wanted
that
that ham
bell biscuit.
He wanted that